I'm actually going to make a chicken peanut pie bowl today. And first of all, I've got my chicken cooking here. We're going to cook the chicken first, take it out, and then we're going to just do a quick stir fry with the peppers and the carrots. And I'm going to make a glaze for the chicken. The first bit to my glaze is, I've got a chicken breast in. I have some honey here. I'm going to put a quarter of a cup of peanut butter. I'm going to put it in the honey. This is that goes on after. I'm using Skippy. I'm going to add some garlic. So I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of garlic. I always meal prep. I told you it's a lot easier when we meal prep things. 1 teaspoon of sriracha. 1 teaspoon of sriracha here. And I'm not doing more than that. If you want a little bit more spicy or you're a bit of a spice girl, you can always add a little bit more. But I added 2 and it was a little bit too spicy for me. So this time I'm going to keep to 1. And if you don't want to use it, you don't have to leave it. And then I'm going to do a juice of a lime. So I have lime here ready. Put that one in, but 1 juice of a lime. Okay, and after that, I think we're good to go. We're going to mix it up. And my chicken's not cooked right now, so if I have to go over the ingredients, I will. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you what I use for a mango salsa. It's actually a little bit thick. I'm going to add a little bit more lime juice to this. But this will glaze all the chicken after the chicken's cooked. So I'm going to put that to the side for now. I like to make my mango salsa. I cut up fresh avocado. I have some fresh mango. Add a little bit more fresh mango to it. And then a drop of salt and also another lime. I'm just going to cut up the mango, add it in the bowl. Add this up a little bit. So you can see all that. I put the salt in there already. And the red onions, the sliced red onions, and lots of fresh coriander. And that's your mango. To prep for the bowl, as I mentioned, I made brown rice. And I make quinoa. It's a lot like rice, and that bit of the bottom tastes so freaking good. Like, you can prep quinoa for a couple of things, which is brilliant. Like, you make a thing of it, you can do a salad prep with it, you can do lots of different things. So once the chicken's done, let me see if it's cooked yet. I don't know. If not, I'll just show you the after, and at the end I can just go over it quickly. No, it's still not cooked, so we're going to separate that. So I'm going to show you the after. This is my bowl. And it also comes with a little peanut chili, so you can add on at the end if you want it. The water of the week, I have strawberries and blueberries. See, now it's coated. I've like
it's all coming together. I see.
Yeah, it's all come together now. I put some cashew nuts in there. Obviously, you don't need to eat peanuts. There it is. Then after this is fully cooked, you can just put it into your quinoa and rice bowl, and we're good to go.
I'm making a butternut squash and black bean chili. So it's not like a traditional chili with any meat. It uses all vegetables. And I'm just going to talk it through because this recipe makes so much. So I'll tell you what I did. So the first thing is you want to take a pot. What you're going to do is you're going to saute just some onion and some bell pepper until it's soft for a few minutes, about 5 minutes. And then what you're going to do, and this is a really good trick, when you are making something like this with spices, the best thing to do is put your spices in before you put any liquid. Put your spices in and let them toast. It really brings out the best flavor of the spices. So we're using a little bit of chili powder. We're using a little bit of smoked paprika. And we're using some ground cumin. So I love the combination of all of those spices together. So I put those at the bottom. You just mix it around for like a minute, kind of let those aromatics come out of the spices.
And they smell delicious too.
They really do smell delicious. And just cooking them, toasting them for a minute, it does a lot to the flavor and to these spices. The next thing you're going to do is, which I also love, is I put in my diced tomatoes. So I had canned diced tomatoes. You can use tomatoes and dice them really small. I used canned diced tomatoes. And then some black beans, which obviously I rinsed very well at first to take off any excess sodium. So always remember to do that as well. You can use dry black beans too, but obviously there's an extra step in there, adding water and letting them get a little bit moist before using them. Before all of that, actually, I roasted some cubed butternut squash. So I cubed up some butternut squash. I put it in the oven at 400 for about 20 minutes. All of that I added into here. I let that cook for a few minutes. And then I put in 2 cups of chicken broth. You can use vegetable stock broth, you can use vegetarian chicken broth, which exists as well, some salt and pepper, or you can also use some water as well, and then you may just have to season a little bit better. Then I let it come to boil, and then I let it sit for about 20 minutes. You want to get all the flavors together. This is what it looks like. It's such a hearty bowl. It smells so good. I'll show you the after bowl, which I had just sprinkled with some chives because I love them. And I
that's
also
so
love the
pretty.
green together. It is so pretty. It smells so delicious for this freezing cold weather.
Mhm.
It's like all I want to eat right now. So super delicious. It makes a lot. It freezes super well. It can stay in the fridge for up to 4 to 5 days. You can keep it in the freezer. So it's a good thing to have. It's easy to defrost. You can heat it up in a pot like you would soup. You can even put it into a crock pot then, which I love. It's super versatile in terms of how you're going to make it. It uses canned vegetables, which I always like to use when I can. And obviously butternut squash, which is a huge favorite of mine.